Thank you for joining us. You are listening to Here and Now. The art of the spoken word comes in different forms and styles. Whether it's dialogue,
and I have seen boys like these, younger than these, their arms torn out, their legs ripped off.
A dramatic monologue,
There'll be time to prepare a face to meet the faces that you meet. There'll be time to murder and create, and time for all the works and days of hands that lift and drop a question on your plate.
or poetry.
I'd ask to know what I was walling in or walling out, and to whom I was like to give offense. Something there is that doesn't love a wall, that wants it down.
These styles have been the communicated expressions used for tapping into the workings of the human inner voice. Throughout the Renaissance period, when poetry was at its peak, it was commonplace to embark into the talent of many who founded the idea of speaking words with such style that enabled the listener to visualize the hidden message. San Antonio has a variety of art houses that welcome and promote local artists who come with a talent for what is labeled as the inner monologue. Our correspondent Jordan Miller visited the San Antonio Cultural Arts Center and sat down with Michael Lewis, who utilizes an eloquent style of expression as a hobby, and asked about the motivation that led him to turn to such an archaic form of communicating.
What was the motivation behind your curiosity of the oratory type of the spoken language, and can you tell us a little bit about this particular style you use called eloquence?
I enjoy writing, so whether it's by my everyday comings and goings or something that I witness, I just get inspiration from whatever or whomever I come across. The eloquent format attracted me because of its approach to play out the emotion depending on how the writer wrote the material.
So it's a pseudo form of acting using only words.
Depending on how the writer is feeling that is compelling him or her to write it, they already have an idea of what is causing this motivation. So when it comes to presenting it to an audience, they know exactly how to read it off the pages, because they are fully aware of the emotion that led them to write it as such.
We seem to find most of our convictions through some sort of experience or encounter that leads to this type of medium. Why do you think that it has spanned for so long?
I believe it comes down to people always having something to say. Not everyone can express it like most of us, who do it as a hobby or as a career. But it all comes down to experiences and how we can either learn from them and evolve.
Your most recent monologue, Optimistic Skeptic, was received with high praise. Where did the idea come from?
Optimistic Skeptic was a monologue that I formulated when I was trying to figure out where I was going in life. The uncertainties of many unanswered questions that do have answers to them, but we have a difficult time trying to find them, and how we shouldn't get caught up in semantics. Also, to just enjoy the ride and not forget that along the way, we should still try to embrace the unknown because it makes life much more appealing.
Thank you for taking the time to speak with us. Good luck to you.
Thank you. A day in the life of a skeptic who sees the world half full and nothing to fill the void is a man who dies believing he has lived life to the fullest. How does one begin to understand wisdom when ignoring counsel? Times have changed, and so have people. What makes people who they are? Is it by their testament of what they have allowed to accept as wisdom? The four corners of the world are wide, and one person can never fully embrace them all, but can make a simple impact to shock the world. With one eye shut, the vision is skewed, and you lose depth perception. Why is it that when searching for fortune and glory, they are often found in the deepest parts of the earth? It is a metaphor for life's journey. One can only find deep meaning when they dig far enough that their nails bleed and their fingers lose feeling. That is when you will know when you have arrived. So take chances. Let good people in. Allow failure. Accept loss. Glorify victory. Kiss without fear. honor were applicable, and never fear death. We live so that one day we can accept death. Fix what you can, and let the rest fall where it may. Ask questions and seek answers. It's only fair to feel skeptical, but never right to remain there. When a door of hope opens, allow yourself to go in. Just like love is evolutionary, so is life's journey to your destiny.